Well, good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us for this 9 p.m. update on Fox 43 Plus on the incoming winter storm that is just hours away now at this point. We've been tracking it all week, and the anticipation finally almost over here. If you happen to need to do anything in terms of make a quick trip, we're still looking good for the next few hours. The snow will pick up late tonight, mainly after midnight, and continue to pick up through the overnights. But by daybreak, the heavy snow will be around for all of central PA, and 1 to 2 inch per hour snowfall rates are certainly possible by the morning, and I think that continues through much of the morning as well. Things are going to pile up quickly, and when you're talking 2 inch per hour snowfall rates, it will be tough at times for crews to kind of keep up with the accumulations. But regardless, slick travel will be around all day, and then as we head into the afternoon, we continue to track snow for most of the area, and of course some sleet that we are watching lifting north into our neck of the woods, mainly south of the turnpike is where we think the sleet will start to mix in. And yes, that could cut down on totals a tad, just a tad, but regardless, the travel impacts will be there. And I think a lot of people think that just because you get the sleet, that may make the conditions a bit better, but it actually will cause some slicker conditions on the roadways, and crews have a bit tougher time to get that cleaned up. So travel disruptions all day on Sunday. Of course, closures already out as well. And even as we head into the start of the upcoming work week, we do expect some closures and delays to linger because the Arctic cold is going nowhere. And with the breeze on Monday, we'll have to be keeping an eye out for that blowing snow potential, especially the further north you go. That's where you're going to find some of that more fluffy snow that could get blown around easily. Something we'll be keeping an eye on, unfortunately, for the rest of the month. But right now, it is impacting much of the continental U.S. We have alerts lit up all across the board from the southern plains still all the way up to New England. And here it is on satellite and radar. You could see huge swath of snow across the Midwest down into the southern plains, and this has really gotten its act together over the past few hours in terms of the snow. And notice the pinks, the freezing rain and sleet, and even the greens indicating the rain, but that was likely freezing on contact in some spots. This is a massive storm with unfortunately far-reaching impacts. Here's a look closer to home. The snow on radar just far out to our west. And if you're watching radar tonight, it's only 9 p.m., but we're seeing some of these snow returns on radar. It's just not reaching the ground. It's going to take a while for it to actually reach the ground because dew points in the negatives right now. -4 dew point up in Mifflin County, -6 in Harrisburg. That is very dry air for that snow to overcome. So otherwise, it is a quiet evening, just very cold. We had that Arctic front move through yesterday, and thankfully the winds have relaxed, but it is 15 out there with a dew point of -6 at the Capitol. Up in Juniata County, Mifflintown sitting at 14. We are again quiet for the next few hours, but once the snow picks up, with how cold it is, it will start to accumulate quickly. And in terms of arrival, we continue to think mainly after midnight by 3, 4, 5 a.m., all of us seeing the heavy snow at times, and that will accumulate quickly through the morning. We'll play out Futurecast for you. While we are on the northern extent of this winter storm, we will all be snow all across the Commonwealth with significant totals adding up. And we continue to hash out that sleet snow line there in pink. This is heading into the afternoon. Notice it's starting to creep up along the Pennsylvania-Maryland border, and there's still some questions as to how far north that reaches, but you're talking like 20, 30 miles. It would reach up towards the 30 corridor and up towards the turnpike, and we do believe areas along and south of Harrisburg, south of the turnpike, generally we'll see that mixing occur as we go through the afternoon and early evening. So heavy snowfall, heavy sleet at times as we go through the afternoon. By dinner time, 5, 6, 7 o'clock, the rates will start to lighten up a bit. And then as we head past sunset towards midnight, the showers themselves will start to taper by Monday morning. The storm is offshore and moving off to the northeast. So thankfully, we will dry out to start the work week, but impacts will linger. So another update on snowfall totals. Our thoughts today have not changed too much from the past few days. Generally expecting a foot or more for most of south central PA, with the better chance of that higher end range the further north you go, especially the 15 corridor, I think up towards northern Dauphin, Snyder, portions of Juniata. Regardless, when you're talking that much snow, the impacts are going to remain the same regardless of what falls in your backyard. But here's that mixing line we continue to hash out, mainly along and south of the turnpike, a foot or less, that lower end range further off to the south, especially as you head down towards the southern end of Lancaster, Philly, may struggle to pick up 6 inches. But with the layer of sleet on top of it, we want to make sure folks know that that will still bring dangerous conditions and make it a bit tougher for crews to clean up with these cold temperatures tomorrow. So temperatures into the teens at best. We start out into the low teens, maybe nearing 20 as the storm starts to exit tomorrow evening, but then the Arctic air comes rushing back in as we start off the work week. So behind the Sunday storm, a lot of folks focused on the snow, but the impacts will linger for really the rest of the month. Rough travel, of course, we need to give crews time to clean up on Monday. Likely we'll see the closings and delays through all of Monday as well. And Monday we'll see those winds pick up. So gusts of 30 miles an hour, adding to a chill in the air. And then, of course, the fluffier snow could blow around and drift around for some folks. Something to keep an eye on even as the winds relax into Tuesday. The Arctic air, again, is going nowhere. So we have an extended period of weather impact alert days, unfortunately, through Tuesday. Notice Tuesday morning, our temperatures near zero. I think many areas will be below zero with a light breeze, making it feel anywhere from -10 to -20. And when it gets that sort of cold, it is important to layer up, limit outdoor time really until temperatures improve later in the day. As we head into Wednesday, some improvements, temperatures getting back up into the 20s. These are 10 degrees below normal. We are locked below freezing for the rest of the week heading into our first weekend of February, and something else we'll be keeping an eye on even after a brief relief on Wednesday. That breeze picks up later in the week. We're talking sub-zero chill at times, really, as we head into the month of February. So a lot going on here over the next few days. We'll continue to have updates on air, online, and of course here on Fox 43+. If you have any questions, feel free to let us know. We'll be back in about an hour on Fox 43 News on air after the game.